Bonjour tout le monde, Jen here. Today I want to show you all the makeup products that I would absolutely repurchase if I had to start my makeup bag from scratch. Do you want to see what makeup products will make the cut? Keep on watching. Now for my brows, I would definitely buy the Morphe Micro. It's the Micro Brow Pencil. The reason why I would purchase this product, it's because first of all, it's super affordable, very pigmented. It's very good. And the shade I'm using is Chocolat Mousse. Is it? Chocolate Mousse. I'm sorry. I was reading it in French. I don't know. But yeah, absolutely would repurchase this micro brow pencil by Morphe. It's definitely worth it. It glides on very easily. It's pigmented and I just love it so much. One thing about my brows, they never look the same. Like not even sisters, like literally cousins. They never look the same. The first thing I've learned to do when I started makeup was my brows. And yeah, it is not the thing I am an expert on. And if you do struggle with those, girl, I understand because there's no such things as perfect brows in my world though. And next, the other product I would repurchase for my brows is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. There's no specific reason why this concealer is a staple in my brow routine. That's the first concealer I've ever used and the only one I used for my brows since I started makeup basically. And I just love I love its consistency. I love the color of the product and it's affordable. I use it too when I want to conceal some spots on my face. When I do a everyday makeup, I will be using this concealer, but yeah. And that's also this concealer I use as a eyeshadow base. Again, that's the concealer I started doing makeup with. And the only thing I know for my eyelids or to prime my eyelids. That's pretty much it. There's no particular reason behind this one purchase. You know what? I actually know the reason why. It's because why would I spend money on a expensive concealer just to conceal my brows? Or as an eyeshadow base. It doesn't make sense for me. For those who are new here, I am an eyeshadow girl. I absolutely love doing eyeshadow on my eyes, even if it's to have a regular, everyday smoky eye. I use eyeshadow. Like this is my thing. So I was hesitating between two eyeshadow palettes, but I've come to the conclusion the eyeshadow palette that I would absolutely repurchase, it's the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette. This, like, it's a must. Like, if you don't have it, I mean, if you're into eyeshadow and you don't have it, I don't know what to say. Because this palette has everything you need inside it for everyday looks, super glam looks. Everything is inside it, okay? I was hesitating with the other palette I use almost every day is the Juvia's Place Warrior 2, I think. I'm gonna put a picture on the screen. Where do I wanna put it? Here, okay? The reason why I chose the Soft Glam, it's because the Juvia's Place palette, is only matte. And sometimes I need a pop of shimmer on my eyelids. So that's why. Yeah, she's my baby. And today for my eyeshadow, I'm gonna do something very simple. I call this my everyday look. No, not my everyday, my go-to. My go-to eyeshadow look. I'm gonna go in with this shade here. This shade is Mulberry. what I'm going to do is place this all over my lids. And because I have hooded eyes, I'm gonna go a little bit above my natural crease because I want the eyeshadow to still be seen if I have my eyes open. And I like to drag my eyeshadow towards my brows, creating a cat eye effect. I feel like it lifts my eyes a little bit. And I also like to drag it over here in the start of the nose contour. Next, what I'm going to use is burnt orange just to further blend the edges of the smoky eye. Oh, by the way, I'm using a e.l.f. Fluffy Eye Blender brush. It's the only brush I used for my eyes today. There you go. Now to the face. Today, I'm not gonna use any primer. I should, but I'm not, okay? And it is what it is. Now to the most exciting part, foundation. Like, what would be the #1 foundation I would absolutely repurchase if I was to start from scratch? Is it if I were to start from scratch? I'm gonna say if I were. Again, je parle français à tous les jours, donc don't come for me. If I were. Anyway, if I had to choose one foundation, it's the NARS Soft Matte Foundation. This foundation right here. It's matte, but not too matte, but matte comfortable. Because there are some foundations out there that are extremely matte, like you can feel it on your face. For an example, one that comes in my mind is the Huda Beauty. I still have the first, I was gonna say first edition. I don't think that's the proper word, but the first version. There's a word for that. The first formula, yes, there it is. The first formula of the Huda Beauty, that's what I have. And it's an extremely matte foundation. Another one in drugstore, I feel like there's mixed reviews about this one, but the one that I feel like it's extremely matte is the Maybelline 30-hour wear. Is it 24-hour wear? The Superstay one. This one, for me, I think it's matte. And the other one that is very matte in the drugstore is the L'Oreal Infallible Matte Foundation. This day, it doesn't play. So these are matte. This is like matte, you know? That's why it's called soft matte. This, baby, c'est mon amoureux, c'est l'homme de ma vie. I think I put on way too much. I'm going to clean up my forehead with the excess. Not my forehead, the top of my eyebrows. To blend this out, I'm using my Morphe E63 foundation brush. If I had to repurchase a foundation brush, it's not a foundation brush per se, but I really love how it applies foundation. It's the Real Techniques cheek brush. Is it the cheek brush? I think it's the cheek brush. And I love it because it's small enough, but large enough to apply foundation. I feel like I have barely any product on my face. That's how good this is. Definitely worth it. Definitely. For concealer, I have two because I always use two concealers, one closer to my shade, no, one closer to my foundation shade and another one to brighten. The first one I'm going to show you, I think it's the absolutely best foundation I've ever used. Not foundation, best concealer I've ever used in my life. It's just that good. Like, I'm going to apply it under my eyes and not even set it, and it doesn't crease under my eyes. I don't know what kind of magic this is because usually any concealer I put under my eyes, it creases after a while before I set it. You know, when I move on to other parts of my face, like my bronzer, my blush and things like that, when I come back to set it, there's creasing. But this concealer, it doesn't do that. And it is smooth, it blends out easily. It's just a dream in a bottle, okay? And I'm not even exaggerating. I am promising you. It's the Teint Idole by Lancôme. For real, if I knew it was that good at the time when I purchased it, I should have bought two, like one closer to my foundation and the other one lighter. But it's okay because at this point, I have so many concealers. I'm trying to be, what's the word? Smart. With buying other products to add to my makeup collection because it doesn't make sense. Like, what's the word? There's another word for that. Right now, I don't have any words that is coming to my mind. Over consuming? Yeah, I feel like I've over consumed a lot makeup products, and I'm now, no, not now, but I recently started realizing that it's not okay. Even though I love creating beauty content and things like that, it's not okay to have that many. So that's going to be the reason why I wouldn't purchase this in another shade lighter. Yeah. Oh, I've been talking a lot, eh? So my favorite concealer, Lancôme Teint Idole Ultra Wear. It's so good. Second concealer I'm going to use that is lighter is the Born This Way concealer. It's a good concealer, but in my opinion, it's not as good as the Lancôme Teint Idole. Yeah, I said it. I'm gonna let this sit while we work on the rest of the face. I don't have many cream contour product, or bronzer. I don't have that many, but I really love the Oma Beauty Double Take Sculpt and Strobe Duo Stick in the shade Brown Sugar #3. I don't use the strobe part, but I really love the contour part. I don't know, there's something about it that I like. It's creamy, it blends easily. It's not as creamy as if I compare it to the Selena Gomez, the Rare Beauty bronzer stick. It glides on very easily and it blends very well. But if I had to choose only a bronzer, that would definitely be the Rare Beauty. But because I put both in the same basket for today, if I had to buy a contour or bronzer stick, that would be the Oma Beauty Double Take. Yeah, put some on my brush and apply this where I usually contour or bronze. That would be here. I'm gonna use it on my jawline as well, but not a lot because it's really pigmented and a little bit goes a long way. For blush, I'm probably sure a lot of you is going to guess it because I think it's the best on the market. Is the Rare Beauty blush. Like, not only you don't need a lot, like a little bit goes a long way. It is super pigmented and I think it's the best on the market. I don't know if there's any liquid blush out there. Let me know if you have one that you think is better than the Rare Beauty. But for me, like I've had this for a year now and I feel like it's still brand new. Like it's not moving. Yeah, just distributing it. Distribuer, voilà, en français. Distribuer, I don't know how to say it in English. Distribute. No, I'm not gonna make a fool of myself on the internet trying to say something I can't. So, distribuer en français. And yeah, this thing is amazing. Now that our base has all the creams, now let's go to the powders. Now for the powders, don't be shook. Under my eyes, I put a lot of powders. We're gonna go step by step, okay? Ever since I've started using it 2 years ago, it's like a game changer. It's going to be, first of all, a powder puff. You need that. If you don't have a powder puff, this ain't gonna work. Okay, and the first powder I like to use under my eyes. It's like these things together, it's magic. It's the Maybelline Fit Me Poreless, what is it? Matte and Poreless powder. When I put this under my eyes along with the powder puff, baby, it is so smooth. Like I've never seen something that smooth. I know some people are gonna be like, it's cap, but you have to try it yourself to see what I'm talking about. So it's gonna be the powder puff and Maybelline Fit Me for me. There are a bit of creasing under my eyes because of the Too Faced. If it was the Lancome, I'm telling you, I wouldn't have any creases under my eyes. So I am going to blend this out first, and let's go. Pressing this gently under my eye. Next, for the rest of my face, again, Maybelline Fit Me. I don't know what it is about it, but it's my thing. I like this powder all over my face. For bronzer, I had to think about it. The one that make the cut for me in my makeup collection is Juvia's Place. There's 2 shades in there, so I can play around with the intensity of my bronzer. So yeah, and that's the reason why I used the contour, because after that I go above my contour with the bronzer, and I think it makes a great combo. Like I'm contoured and bronze at the same time. I would like to purchase the Juvia's Place blush palette as well as the one size one. But again, try not to spend too much on makeup products because I already have a lot. But for blush today, I'm using the NYX Sweet Cheeks in the shade Summer Breeze. And I love this one because it goes very well with the Rare Beauty blush. Next, what I like to do under my eyes is use a loose powder. And the loose powder I will forever purchase. It's the One Size by Patrick Star. This powder, there's something in it. It's just it for me. It's it for me. So what I like to do is kind of bake. After that is the last step for under my eyes. I like to swipe away the powders that's sitting under my eyes. And I like to use, what is it? The MAC Studio Fix powder. I'm gonna use it lightly wherever I applied the loose powder. For mascara, one of my favorite mascara, again, I do not care that much for mascara, but one I'm always gonna repurchase again and again is the L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara. Like this mascara for me does it. I've been using this for years, and whenever I run out of mascara, that's the one I'm gonna repurchase. I like to maybe try something else from time to time, but I've come to the conclusion that L'Oreal Voluminous is my ride or die. For setting spray, I would go in with the e.l.f. Stay All Night Microfine Setting Mist. I like it because it's a mist. It's affordable. This is gonna be it for me. I don't have any particular reason. I do have a bunch of powders. Not powders. I'm looking at my edges with powder. I have a bunch of setting sprays or mist or whatever. Yeah, I like this one because it feels refreshing. And yeah, my makeup looks amazing when I use it. I don't know, it's that good. So yeah. And it smells great. Now lips is getting interesting. Here's my choices. So for lip liner, it would be the Morphe lip liners. I love how pigmented, creamy they are, easy to glide on, and it's very affordable. Do you see that? How pigmented it is? When I'm wearing this lip liner, you can tell me absolutely nothing. All right, for lipstick, I I do have a bunch of lipsticks as well, and I decided I would go with the Maybelline Superstay in the shade Driver. This is, I think, the best, the perfect nude in my eyes. And the Superstay, if you don't know about them, the Superstay super stays. Like, it doesn't go nowhere. So that's why I love this line by Maybelline. And yeah, you don't need a lot. It's really pigmented. Smells great too. And last but not least, my favorite gloss of all time, it's the NYX Butter Glosses. I have a ton of those and it's affordable and it's pretty, it's lovely, it's glossy, it's not sticky, it's everything. Let me know what is your favorite gloss on the market. The one I haven't used, I haven't tried yet. I would like to, but I don't know. It's the Fenty glosses. And there you have it. A full face of all the makeup products I would absolutely repurchase if I had to start from scratch. I look amazing if I say so myself. Yeah. But I would love to hear you guys in the comments. Let me know what are your fave products of yours and what you would eyes closed repurchase without any hesitation if you had to start from scratch too. So let me know in the comment section. I would like to thank you for spending some time with your girl. I really appreciate every single one of you guys. And do I have something else to say? Yeah. I will see you all in my next one. Bisous.